Looking at greatness, let's touch on what I think is our major topic of conversation this morning. Reviewing, all of the action that we've seen this year from the Nigerian perspective. As we go towards, closer to the end of the year, we'll be, spreading our tentacles even wider. But from a Nigerian perspective, our focus today is going to be the Super Eagles and separating the wheat from the chaff in the Eagles for this year is difficult because few of the players were brilliant individually, and as a bunch, their outputs obviously. Nigerians, I think, are in unison when they say it is unacceptable. The men's senior national team started the year on a promising note at the AFCON in Cameroon, beginning their bid for a fourth title with a famous win over Egypt before recording a 100% record in the group stage. But the tables turned in a round of 16 against Tunisia, and Nigerians soon began to look for culprits and scapegoats among a team that was tagged brilliant. 2 months later, Qatar 2022 ticket was on the line. We played against Ghana, went to Kumasi, drew 0-0, and came to the MKO Abiola Stadium. It was packed, 60,000 fans, and we could only play 1-1. Ghana went through to the World Cup on away goals. And a lot of fans were let down by Nigeria's inability to qualify for the World Cup. But just 3 months into the year, the last straw had already broken the camel's back. At the time, right, when we didn't qualify for the World Cup, it was clear that it was not going to be a good year from a football perspective. We got victories against Sierra Leone and Sao Tome and Principe in the 2023 AFCON qualifiers, but it has been an underwhelming year. We've lost against Mexico, lost against Ecuador, against Algeria, and of course against Portugal. Nike, how would you rate the Super Eagles in 2022 over 10? For me, I think it's a 2 over 10, personally. What do you think?
I think, to be fair, because of, they having to put on the jersey and showing off, I think I'm going to give them 0.5 over 10. Honestly, looking at the Super Eagles, I think, I'm not going to use some certain words. I think it's an embarrassing year. It's an embarrassing squad. And the NFF, honestly, let me hammer them, Wally. The NFF under Magic Pinnick was shambolic. Honestly, as much as I understand that Super Eagles are the pride of Nigeria, they give so much attention to Super Eagles and neglect every other sports activities. I'm even talking about the Super Falcons here, but let's focus on the Super Eagles, right? You guys go for events, you stay 5 stars. Tell you it's the best of the best food. Sport. It becomes a problem. It becomes a whole problem for you people. I really don't understand if these people don't have families who tells them the truth. Don't even let us talk about the coach. Don't let us talk about Ginatro. Don't let us talk about Eguavon. Don't even let us talk about the Jose Pesero, who has nothing written to his name. This is a coach who couldn't even qualify Venezuela for the World Cup. This is a coach that his highest achievement has been the UEFA. I don't really understand. Look at Ginatro, who took over Nigeria for 6 years, and he had nothing, absolutely nothing, qualified us for semi-finals, nothing to show for it. Eguavon, honestly, tactically, is so poor. The players.
Nika, you seem quite. You seem like you're more annoyed about the Super Eagles than I am. But unfortunately,
yes, I am. Honestly, it's really painful.
We don't have enough time.
Really, really lovely.
We don't have enough time to
at the World Cup.
All right. I do share in your pain, but unfortunately, we don't have enough time, Nika. Hopefully, you'll be joining us soon enough so we can continue these conversations. Thank you very much, Nika, for joining me on the show this morning. It's been great to have you.
Thank you very much, Wale, for having me on the show.
All right, fantastic. But before we go quickly, Osaren, the Super Eagles, really, really poor year. 30 seconds.
Yes, I guess I had every right to be aggrieved because in a World Cup that we
saw one of the best World Cups
to not have the Super Eagles, Nigeria as a country was even more painful as a whole. It's even more painful when you realize that most of our players play their trade at the top leagues. They play for the best clubs in the world. So I just feel like, as a whole, I think nowadays the NFF has got a new chairman. We should just rejuvenate and just see how we go again.
All right, that's as much as we can take this morning on Plus Sport on Plus TV. Like I said, we'll continue to review all of the action that we've seen in the year. That's 2022 as we wind down and prepare to, go into 2023. My name is Wale Agbede. I've been your host this morning. Thank you very much for joining us. You can watch this episode and previous episodes of the show when you go on YouTube and subscribe on our channels at Plus TV Africa and at Plus TV Africa Lifestyle. You can also follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Plus TV Africa. Don't forget you can watch Plus TV live on your mobile or anywhere you are around the world when you go on www.limex.tv and on Glow TV apps around the world. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We do wish you a fantastic day and a very, very, very happy new year in advance. Good morning.